World Turn.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Queers and Soaps. I am Angel, and I am joined by my fellow co-host,
Eric. Hello, everyone.
Hello. So when you see me hosting, you know it's As the World Times. As the World Turns Times. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay.
As the world time.
As the World Turns Time.
It's early.
We are doing 1987 from December 2nd to December 22nd, and let's roll the credits. This was a great week.
It was a lot going on, but a little. Because it was like
there was,
it was like a lot.
Yeah, I thought what was happening this week was going to happen in January.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I thought that the Barbara stuff was going to happen in January. So that surprised me.
I wonder how much we missed. It looks like we only missed like the wedding of Emily and Holden.
Unless it was off screen because they're probably not going to stay together that long.
Yeah, because it didn't feel like we missed a lot.
Yeah, it didn't feel like we missed a lot.
So December 2nd, we pick up with Lucinda was talking to Lily. I like that Lily didn't let her in the door.
Mm-hmm.
She's like literally at the door, and she's just like, "Are you gonna let me in? Like, I just want to talk to you about Holden and stuff." Holden asked Meg what was going on the night of Stenbeck's murder, like if she was there, whatever, with Tonio and all that stuff. A lot of the same conversations with that because we're getting towards Barbara's trial. Speaking of, Babs tries to stop Paul from going to the cops, and she succeeds this time. He wants to tell what he knows about the gun and unloading it, but then reloading it and whatever. We know all the same stuff that they say over and over and over again. It kind of gets like so repetitive to a point where I'm confused. Like, and I'm like, there's so many because 25 people were there that night, and I just
a bunch of people were there that like the whole town basically was there.
Meg followed Tonio, and Lucinda got followed by somebody, and I
was there, and my neighbors were there.
I know.
Tommy was there.
Was there, and multiple people went to kill him, and other people went to stop the person from killing them. So, it's crazy. So Emily comes by. They talk about the 2 shots that were fired before she got in the house. So it couldn't have been Barbara, but for some reason she's still on trial. So I guess they have
people don't believe her. Like that's.
Yeah.
I could see. Okay, I hate to spoil it, but I could see what happened in I think it was like 2005 or 2004. Whenever she jumped when she had a trial and she jumped out the window.
Damn, I didn't see that.
I can see why that happened because she was probably tired of look, I done with this in 1987. I'm tired of your shit.
Tired of this shit. Lucinda tries to give Lily advice about Holden. She's like, I just want you to be happy. Lily's like confused by it. She's like, why were you telling me this? Like, what could you possibly want out of this? She's like, I just want to love you and be your mother and be your be there and give you advice. Like, I still do not see the Holden Lily appeal. I don't see it. I think he is very disturbed.
Especially what happens a little later.
What, buying the condo and
buying the condo next to Lily and Dusty's house?
Like, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? You need help. Like, you need serious
help.
Yeah. He got the condo so he can stand there and stare at their house.
And he can't even fully commit to a relationship with Emily because he's that obsessed with Lily.
Yeah, it's disturbing. Like, I don't understand.
Which sucks because I think the 2 actors have chemistry. I'm not talking about Lily and Holden. I'm talking about Emily and Holden.
Yeah, they do. Actually, I like
Emily and Holden actually do have chemistry. So, and if they were to play off of Holden, not Lily, Emily maybe getting Holden to get over Lily, and then that's where it pivots to, I would be fine with it because Melanie Smith and John Hensley have chemistry.
And they're both kind of using each other, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even, why is he using her? I guess just to get back at Lily, like, because he thinks that she
Yeah,
still loves him or
yeah, that,
whatever.
that's exactly what it is.
And she's using him for the baby that's coming. So
Yeah, for the baby.
yeah,
Yep, that may or may not be
it's
coming.
it's craziness. Um, so Dusty gets home and he's like, "Are you starting with her again? Like, what's your problem, lady?"
Hmm.
Meg tells Holden about Tonio being there, same stuff. Jess and Jessica and this guy Greg. I don't remember this guy Greg. Was he on
Yeah, I don't
before?
remember him either. I don't remember him
Okay.
in any of the episodes. I'm guessing he's just there for the trial.
They talk about Babs possibly being the killer. Roy comes in, discuss clearing Babs. Lucinda talks to Holden about Lily. He's like, I'm happy, leave me alone. Emily tells Paul, be careful what you tell Andy. But yet Paul still goes on and tells them shit, so whatever.
Yeah.
Can't say he didn't warn them. Emily and Babs talk stuff out. She's like, are you still going to do more hypnosis? And Babs is like, yeah. Again, this stuff might have happened, but we have a big jump from December 2nd to December 17th. So we don't know if it
Yes.
was on, and we don't know if we missed anything. Doesn't
Hmm.
feel like we did miss too much, but could be wrong.
Yeah, it could have been
Um,
repetitive for the holidays to
because
the season.
Holden and Emily talk about being married, so like you said, it could be off screen. It could have happened or in a week. Where
Mhm.
the hell are Casey and Lila? They weren't in any of these
Yeah,
episodes.
were they? Where am I?
Honeymoon?
Oh, I think they are on
Honeymoon?
their honeymoon.
Nobody even
Because
mentioned it
they,
though.
because I
Like,
think didn't they leave at some point
I
at the
think they
last
might
couple
have,
of
but
episodes we watched?
it's been a while
It
for
has been
them.
a
I feel
while.
like. I know it's like the end of December. Where they at? Very long honeymoon.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, was it the end of November that they got married?
yeah.
So yeah, so they probably just took an extended
Well,
honeymoon.
soap weeks are like two
Yeah, soap
days
weeks are
sometimes.
yeah,
So
soap weeks are longer than what is
yeah,
perceived on. Yeah.
but the holidays always fall on those holidays though, because
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
they always do. Just like Thanksgiving fell
Uh,
on Thanksgiving for some reason.
and then, so yeah, Holden and Emily weren't married at this point because Babs says to her, "Oh, you shouldn't marry Holden." Like she's trying to give her advice, like don't just jump into it. But they do, apparently. Um, I like that Pam tells Lucinda that she didn't want to be Dusty's second choice. I made note of that. Pam doesn't do much, but she
She
did say
really
that, and I did
doesn't,
like that.
which is
Um,
disappointing because like you would think she would be doing more
yeah, but I
as
guess there's
John's
really nothing for her to
cousin.
do.
There
Yeah,
really isn't.
A lot of people are on back burner. Iva, she didn't do anything. She was on and just didn't do anything, just talk.
Yeah, they had
Seth isn't
what's
doing
his name?
much.
They mentioned Josh Rod, and he
Yeah, he
wasn't
wasn't
on at
on.
all.
Betsy was on for 5 minutes as usual.
Oh, I must have missed
Her
that one. I must have turned away and missed it.
She was on at the court when Emily testified. She was at the
Oh,
court.
okay. She was in
Yeah,
the audience. Okay.
that was the only part she was in though. It's weird. Jessica and Roy talk about the case. He's like, "Oh, you want to go to dinner?" She's like, "I'm too busy for you." I was confused at the timeline of this case. So the court was going on the same time as they're figuring out the Tonio stuff, and I'm like, "What is happening?" I'm like, "It feels like these
Yeah.
should be different weeks." Like, I'm like, too much is going on with this. I don't know. Some man comes by. Finally, Jessica's storyline, and then we don't see
Yeah, I was
anything
gonna
else
say there
from
was
it.
more Jessica in this than and I
Hmm
and I'm not mad at that because we're gonna be seeing more Tamra Tooney on this starting on February 24th for Beyond the Gates.
hmm
Yes.
And I'm wondering if any of this stuff went on to the episodes we might have missed with her
Mm.
and this man, because we don't even know this man's name. So
I
I guess it's the
caught his
the
name,
guy
but I
from.
forgot who it was. I forgot. It escapes me now.
He was only in this one part. So he was. It's this man comes by. She's been ignoring him. He's like, "Oh, my marriage ended, and I want you back." And
Yeah.
she's like, no, I don't want to get back with you. So that's all from that storyline. So I'm like, so I feel like we might have missed stuff, or they're just
Yeah.
kind of slow building this story, like a back burner into the new year. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Um, Holden and Emily are in bed. They do get along well. They bang a lot. I guess she's not showing because he doesn't even notice, but he's stupid, so I wouldn't be
Yeah, he's
surprised
dumb.
if
Yeah.
he's like 6 months and he don't even notice. Whatever. As I feel like she's got to be like 3 or 4 months by now, right?
Well, usually 3 or 4 months you're not really showing that much. Wait until you get to the
That's
second
true.
trimester. So, because she's in the
Yeah,
first trimester, so
but she's probably like I know she was getting nauseous and stuff, but Holden's an idiot, so he probably doesn't even
yeah, yeah,
notice.
definitely.
She could be pregnant. But they are having sex like bunnies, so there's that. And they both talk about like he wants to destroy Lucinda and have all the money in the land and all this crap. Meg thinks about what Holden said about Tonio, that Tonio may have framed Barbara. I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Um, Paul overhears Holden and Emily talking about, I think, were they married at this point? Oh, no. Wait. Oh, yeah, they talked about getting married, and he was like
Mhm.
surprised because I guess he didn't realize they were going to get married. I mean, it
That
literally
they were
happened so
together.
fast. Yeah. Lucinda snoops through Tonio's stuff. She finds buttons, these damn buttons. Meg and
Always the
um,
buttons.
hi- Meg and Tonio get back. And he's mad that she told Holden everything about
Mm,
that night with him, and she had no choice. Holden was up her ass. So what are you gonna do?
yeah.
That's all I got for that one. Um, Bab's trial starts so December 17th. So I don't know. Yeah, it didn't feel like we missed a lot, but we might have missed a lot. I
Yeah.
didn't look into when it was on and what things were going on back then. Um, so Bab's trials today. Lily and Dusty are watching the news or whatever, and it's on the news. They got a Christmas tree. It's Christmas time. Yay.
Yay, Christmas.
Um, yay. This might be around Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Um,
Christmas, queers and soaps.
and fans of Queers and Soaps.
Yes.
Um,
To all our
she,
subscribers and Patreon subscribers.
yeah. Um, she thinks about Holden. Boring. Margot questions Tom about Babs. He thinks she did it, which is good because he's the prosecution and he has to prove that she did it. So, I mean, it makes sense. Um, Seth and Holden worry about Meg. They're suspicious of Tonio, who isn't. Um, Tom gives his opening argument or whatever it is.
It'd be a
Um,
willing
what
argument.
what is it called when it's like prosecute? So he's not defending James, but he's just trying to prove that someone
I
murdered him.
believe this is would this be this considered the state?
I think
The
so. The
state of
state
Illinois
versus
versus Barbara Ryan.
Babs. Right. Shannon and
Wait,
Duncan are
Oakdale's in Illinois,
on.
right?
I
I
don't
believe
know.
so. I think yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Yeah, I think I remember it being
I
Illinois.
never ask where they're at because I feel like sometimes they don't even know where they're at. They feel like they change things whenever they feel like it.
Yeah. I mean, look at
Um,
Salem.
Shannon and Duncan are on. Um, they this is like I want this to be something, but again, this was like the only episode they were in, and I'm like, damn it, because now they're
hmm
talking about ghosts. This Margaret woman or Martha, I don't know her name.
There was
I
this
heard Martha.
picture.
It's the picture that he had taken out of the room, and she was mad at him, and now she feels a cold spot. And the maid, Zelda or Helga, whatever her name is, she felt she felt the cold spot. And then she basically is like, oh, like maybe it's like maybe it's a spirit trying to like get through to you or something. And I'm like, this is interesting. And then we don't see it again. So
Mm,
whatever. Why do they backburner the shit out of them? That is messed up.
yeah,
Like they do some interesting things with them, but then I feel like they've been on backburners this whole year, like
yeah.
the entire year.
Except Shannon was in the front burner in the beginning of the year when she had her wedding.
Yeah, but
When
like right
she
after
broke
that,
up
it
with
was big.
Brian with Beatrice and all that mess in the beginning.
And Shannon talked to Beatrice, and Beatrice is pregnant. We found out. And
Oh,
she's still with
yay!
Brian. She's still with Brian.
Still with Brian. Yep, they're happily married off screen.
Hmm. So yeah, he talks about the curse, and she's like, "Screw your curse, dude. Like, there's a ghost here, whatever." So who knows what's gonna happen if we even see it? I don't
Hmm.
know. Jessica gives her opening argument in defense of Barbara. Hal testifies. It's all the same crap that we talked about through the months. I don't even want to go over it. If you want to go over any of it, go for it. If you have anything to say about what they testify about.
Same
It's all the
stuff,
stuff
different day.
it's the same thing we already know, that everybody says the same shit that they had, whatever. Very
Hmm.
repetitive. That's what I mean. Like, I felt like a lot was going on, but a little at the same time because they're literally saying the same thing that they told the cops, in the beginning. Um, John goes to Lily. He wants her to visit Lucinda for Christmas.
Hmm.
Emily comes by. Holden bought a condo near them, which we already did talk about.
Yeah, I wanted
I
to
don't
say that more,
I don't
more.
understand how this works. It's like a barn, like so the Snyders live around there too. Like what is it? Like a barn, a random condo, and a random cabin?
Well, no,
Like where
no, no.
the fuck?
This is well, no. Isn't this where I thought this was where? No, no, it can't be. It can't be where Lucinda and John live because they live in a
Mm-mm.
mansion.
No, isn't it by the farm?
It would be by the farm. Yeah, you're right.
It's by the farm, and there's a condo there, and because oh no, wait. So I'm trying to think. Dusty's house is where John is, right?
Yeah, but Lucinda and John live together,
So John and Lucinda live together. The condo is, I guess, adjacent somehow. They can see them.
towering over everything.
So then maybe the farm isn't around there.
I don't think the farm is around there because the
Okay,
farm's
so
in
the
Luther's
farm's separate.
Corners,
Okay.
which
I
is
don't, I wish
it's in
I wish I
Oakdale,
would
but it's like a section of Oakdale.
I need to look at a map.
Think of it like the only thing I can think of is like Fishtown in Philadelphia, which is a neighborhood in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I think there are neighborhoods in Oakdale. Like Luther's Corners is a neighborhood that's where the Snyders live.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Totally lost my spot. Emily comes. Oh yeah, I said that. I said that. Yep. Seth questions Meg about Tonio and withholding evidence, which everybody's withholding something. Nobody's telling the truth. Dum
I
dum
think I'm
dum.
holding evidence too on behalf of
Yeah,
everybody in
aren't
1987.
we all? I saw
Baby
you there that
Angel was
night.
holding evidence.
I saw you there, but I didn't say anything 'cause I'm
Yeah, I was there. I was
keeping
definitely
it a secret.
there.
Nobody asked me. Which we'll get to in the last episode. Lucinda testifies. I have Tom. Oh, Tom has like a house sample of
Hmm.
like that place, so he's going over. I'm like, okay, that was the only thing I made note of because I'm like, that's fun. I wish they
Yeah,
would have
that was
used it
cool.
better so we know how everybody was that night. I really hope we get like a image thing because I am
Or a
lost.
flashback, or like
Yeah, if we don't get a flashback, I'll be
a
pissed.
retcon flashback.
I hope so. Margot wonders why Emily isn't in court. Emily gets a subpoena in the next scene. Um, Seth asks Emily to have Holden come forward with the evidence if he's hiding anything. We have Bob testifying, and though he says that Barbara had said she would rather kill James than have him take Paul again. Well, what are you gonna do? I think Kim testifies later, says something similar to that as well. So it's not looking good for
Mhm.
Babs. I mean, I guess they didn't want to lie on the stand, but I mean, it
Yeah,
doesn't look good for her
no, it
when people
doesn't.
are whatever. Um, oh yeah, so Hilda is the maid. I did make note of her. Hilda says maybe the lady in the picture is trying to tell you something to Shannon, and then we don't see that again, I don't think. Um,
Dun dun dun.
mhm. Bob tells Babs and James's history, try to have her locked up and all this stuff in an institution. That's all I got for that one. December 18th. Lily calls to invite John and Lucinda over for Christmas. Lucinda is elated because she's
She's
been
late,
wanting this
darling.
So I guess John got through to Lily, so that's nice. Um, Margot flips about her Christmas decorations at work. That cracked me up because I feel like I do that stuff at work. She's like, I had 4 decorations. Where are they at? Like, whatever. She's like, there's less and less every time, every year. Like the people are either moving them around or taking them home to their families. I don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Emily testifies. Betsy is there in that one. Um, Probably had to get her once a month, you know, appearance in.
Hi, Lindsay
Em
Frost.
Emily testifies that she was with James for 2 years.
And now, part two of As the World Turns.
I don't know how
That
old she
makes
could be.
sense. Though that makes sense because remember there was another Emily and she came on 80, I think 86 or 85, I think.
Hmm.
So that would track. Or they were together when she wasn't even on the show.
Lucinda and John are talking. She still thinks that Tonio did it. There's no news on where Nick is. Margot wants Corinne
He's dead. He's dead.
and Nick. Margot questions Shannon and Duncan, so they are still on in this episode. Tom thinks Emily married Holden fast. So again, they're married now. So
They're
that
married now.
happened.
Yep.
We either missed it or it wasn't
They,
shown.
they didn't show it.
Um, so he wouldn't testify against her, which is probably true. So she was using him for that.
hmm
Um, but we don't know for sure. That was just like what they said. Emma gets on Holden about his condo being near Lily and Dusty. Monica comes by Dusty. She's a lunatic. Corinne disappeared. She called all slurred, like she was on something or drugs. They're worried that she's in trouble. Nick Antonio. Nick Antonio. Why do I have Nick Antonio? I don't know. Margot gets subpoenaed for prosecution.
hmm
Earl wants to resurrect the Falcon ring, which I was confused at. I'm like, what?
This again? Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
I don't know what that means. And then they want to have a seance to talk to Margaret, which I thought was fun, and I wish they'd
That's
showed, but of
cool.
course they
Yeah.
didn't. I hope, whatever. This show. Jessica and Roy talk. Corinne and Nick are like located in Martinique somewhere. Where the hell is Martinique? Do you know?
Probably wherever Montega is. It's probably just a
I never thought about
random
it, but
island somewhere.
I did hear of Martinique before, but I have no idea where it is.
Martinique,
Lucinda
you said. Let me look it up.
Lucinda and John discuss James. Babs didn't do it. Margot tells Hal when she lost the baby. I guess she didn't open up to Hal about that until now.
hmm
And she has thoughts of Tom.
Oh, Martinique's in France.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Dan goes. Do you know why he went by? He went to Nancy and Bob's, and he like has a muffin with them or something. But like, I don't know why he went there.
Who did?
Dan.
Oh, Dan was there. Okay, I forgot that he was there.
Yeah, he stopped by to see Nancy. Maybe he's just like hitting on her. I don't know.
Oh, you mean McCluskey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, Stan.
Lieutenant McCluskey. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I'm thinking of they mentioned Emily's grandfather. I think who's also named Dan. I think I don't know.
Um, yeah, so he went to Nancy and Bob's for some reason.
Yeah, they're
Um,
trying to put him and Nancy together. Obviously, it's obvious at
yeah,
this point.
Tom and Jessica are cute. They like talk to each other in court, and they both respect each other and whatever. And Tom says something along the lines of like, I hope you win, like basically, because he doesn't want it to be Babs that did it.
hmm
Roy gets off the phone. We find out that Corinne has committed suicide.
Oh, bye.
Murdered, probably. Um,
Oh yeah, I
by
didn't think about that. Probably by James.
why would she go to Martinique to kill herself?
Well, she might be feeling guilt about. I'm just gonna
Nah.
keep my mouth shut. Because
Stop
remember, I read
knowing
ahead by
things.
accident.
Court's back in session. Margot gets called to the stand December 21st. Lucinda stole Tonio's buttons, which I think I said before, but I forgot.
Hmm.
She fights with John a little bit. Margot's on the stand. Monica gets questioned at the station, brings up Nick and Tonio. Emily still didn't tell Holden about her pregnancy, which I didn't know at this point. I thought he knew, but I guess not. She sees her doctor. Dusty tells
Hmm.
Emily to tell Holden to stop staring at their house at night.
Yes. Thank you, Emily.
Sierra's on. She's another wasted talent.
Oh,
Sierra comes on.
wait. But I did like the one part where where she comes in and Lucinda's like, "Big darling, little darling."
Yeah. Um, Sierra goes to Lily about Holden and Emily's wedding that happened. She said she didn't want to go to the wedding or whatever. I
I don't
guess
think
she
anybody
said
wanted to go.
that. I don't think anybody went. I mean, we didn't see it.
Look, I think
Um,
it might have been this like lavish party at lavish wedding at the Justice of the Peace.
yeah, probably. 'Cause they did rush it, so yeah, it would make sense.
Yep.
Tonya wants Holden to flirt with that Visconti woman again for some contract for the company. He gives
Hmm.
them a hard time. Lucinda finds out Corinne is dead. Dr. Lynn is called to the stand. Again, we know all of these things with this, with the testimonies and all that crap.
Hmm.
Lily admits to Sierra that she still has feelings for Holden. Dusty had proposed, so we must have missed a couple episodes
Yeah,
because apparently he proposed and we didn't see that. And she said she wasn't ready. Unless we did. It sounds familiar. I don't know.
that sounds familiar.
Um, Emily confronts Holden about staring. um, she's like, I don't care that you do it, but it's like it's weird. Um,
I love Emily.
Monica Monica confides in Dusty um about and then I think I have don't tell the police. I guess she says, but then she ends up telling the police. I don't know. I'm
Hmm.
confused. Margot and Hale question Holden about seeing Tonio at the house that night. That's all I
Hmm.
got for that one. Again, it was all court stuff, which is interesting and it was good, but at the same time, it's all stuff we know.
Yeah.
I think I'm on the last date, December 22nd, 1987. Meg Antonio see Emily. She says Holden is at the station, and I guess he's worried because, Tonio, he
Hmm.
knows everything that, whatever. I don't know why Tony, I don't know. I get it, whatever. We'll talk about it.
Hmm.
Holden says he saw Tonio at the house, and he says that she's like, "Why didn't you tell us this before?" He's like, "You never asked," which is why I said that earlier. And then they want to bring Tonio in, obviously, for questioning because he was officially there that night.
Hmm.
Monica tells Dusty about Tonio. Paul tells Jessica about taking the bullets out of the gun and reloading it later that night, and he left his jacket on the stairs with the gun in it, loaded.
Hmm.
Sabrina's there. Ooh,
Uh,
she assists with the Christmas dinner or whatever, Christmas Eve dinner. I don't know what day it's supposed to be. With Emma and Seth. He gives her a belated birthday gift or an early one. I don't know. Roy gets Tonio to go to the station. Um, Kim gets called to the stand, talks about the mental institution that James tried to get her Babs committed to years
hmm.
ago, and all that stuff. We find out that there's a man's fingerprints that was found in Corinne's room.
Mm.
And I guess they're thinking it's Nick, but we probably know that Nick is dead and it's probably James, but
Yeah, it's James. I think it's James.
it has to be.
Has to be.
Um, Tom brings up the murder trial when he put Margot on the stand and she had lost her first baby. Um, I didn't remember
Mhm.
hearing about that, which is why I made note. of that.
Yeah.
The second baby she lost when she fell in that castle. Was it the castle when she was chasing people around last year in '86? We read it
Oh,
in our book, remember?
yeah, it's in our books. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I think she fell, and I think James had helped her up when he was that different name person,
Hmm.
Lyle or whatever the fuck he was.
Yeah.
um, Jessica comes down on Babs for hiding stuff because Paul had admitted the truth and she didn't.
Hmm.
You gotta tell your lawyers everything, people. What the
Yeah,
hell?
you
Nobody
do.
ever does. Paul calls Emily. He has to tell the truth for Babs. Oh yeah, he has to tell. I guess he has to say that she's pregnant or whatever. He wants to
Hmm.
tell everything, and he's just giving her a heads up that he has to when he gets on the stand. Monica tells the cops that she saw Tonio that night. Margot questions Tonio about James and the buttons. He tells his whole story. He saw Babs. He didn't see Meg because they're like, "Was Meg there?" And he's like, "No."
Hmm.
But Meg was there. He said he went to kill James, but someone beat him to it, thankfully. Kim tells Sabrina, I like this conversation that
I
Kim has
love
with
this
Sabrina.
conversation.
hmm She's like, you've been here for like almost a year, and I don't even know who you
I
are,
don't even know
but
who you are,
I love you because you're my daughter, but I don't know you.
but I don't know you. I don't
And
know who
she's
you
like,
are.
you're really guarded and all this stuff. And Sabrina's like, well, blah 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 blah, and I don't care what she
It's like blah 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 blah
says,
British blah 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 blah
but in
blah blah
British.
blah. I stole your stepdaughter's man.
Yeah. Um, so Jess questions Hal again on the stand. I forget why he got recalled, but he did.
Mhm.
Holden goes to look for Meg. He confronts Dusty about talking to Emily. He's like, if you have anything to say it to my face, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, Holden. Meg asks Tonya what will happen to her, which I thought was really funny. Like, what about me? What about me? I love when there's people that are like, that's like if you ever watch Edge of Night, Raven. Oh, you don't know this woman. Meet Raven. She's wild. This character. She
I heard
is
things about Raven.
she is a piece of work. Margot believes Tonio. She's like, I used my gut. Like I knew he was hiding something. He said the truth, and I actually believe him. She's like upset about it because I feel like she
Mhm.
wanted it to be Tonio because she don't like him. Jessica calls Paul to the stand, and Emily comes in, and that's how it ends. So yeah, I was surprised that these happened over like Christmas week or the
Yeah.
week before, because I would think the same thing you did, like even like New Year's for that type of
Hmm.
stuff.
Like January sometime.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Christmas and like everybody's in court and
Yep.
trying to figure out
This time
who
in
did it.
court.
So don't you feel like there's like I'm trying to. So they were still questioning. So they're still trying to question Tonio about things. Like, how could
Mhm.
Barbara be on trial if they still don't know 100%
Yeah.
who did it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she's on trial for murder,
Hmm.
and they're still questioning people. So I'm
They
like,
are.
I'm
They're
so
still questioning a bunch
confused.
of people.
Right. Yeah, I was really confused by this stuff.
Hmm.
Because I'm like, because everybody was like, Margot was in court, and then she's at the police station. I'm like, I guess the court is at the police station in Oakdale, because
Yeah,
everybody
I
was
think
like,
that's what I'm
right,
thinking. I'm thinking they're in. Thinking they're in the same like, I guess town hall type of
they have
thing.
to be, because
They
all
have
of
to.
them are constantly in and out. Um, it was really confusing, but I am excited to see more. I want this to come out. I don't. I feel like it's probably not going to yet, and they're just going to be playing games with us for another few weeks.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
thinking. I'm thinking that there's something that Monica. Yeah, Monica or Corinne know about the trial. And about
yeah,
James, about this whole thing.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to expect, so I know you know
Well, yeah, I accidentally read ahead, but I stopped at a certain
things.
point, so I don't know the full story.
Yeah.
But
I want to know more about this ghost with the Duncan and
Me
Shannon.
too.
I want to see the seance or whatever that they were gonna do.
Yeah, that would have
So
been so cool.
hopefully we see it. Um, but I think we do have the rest of the year. We have 5 more episodes left,
Yeah, 5
right?
more episodes in 87, yes.
Yeah. So we'll see. So what else about these episodes did you like?
I mean, of course, I love Lucinda. I mean, she should have been on a little bit more, but I love Lucinda.
Yeah. Yeah, she's wild, Lucinda. I would have loved to have seen her on stage. Like I feel like in a Broadway or off-Broadway show. She's
Yeah,
very
I'm so.
Broadway.
I wonder if her son. I wonder if her son knows this. If she's been on stage or not. She
She
seems
had to
like
be.
she had
She
to
had to
have been.
be.
Because
Yeah.
I don't talk to her son like directly, but he is on this Facebook group that I'm a part of, and he posts pictures about her with her. Well, about her, like old
Right.
pictures of Elizabeth Hubbard. Like
Hmm.
she looks so good. She looks so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Not saying that she doesn't look
Yeah.
gorgeous in 87 or even in like 98, 97, 98 when I started watching regularly, but she looks so good, especially like when she was on The Doctors.
I didn't know she was on the Doctors.
Yeah, that was her role before As the World Turns. She was
Oh, nice.
Althea Davis, I think.
Althea.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I always wanted to check out the Doctors myself.
Yeah, maybe that'll be something that we might do.
Now
Can't
I'm like, are you okay? She's twitching. Um, yeah, I want Lila and Casey back because I want to see them have
Yes.
a nice first Christmas together.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess we won't see because I don't remember what dates are after this.
I thought I saw it's the 23rd. And I'm thinking the show would have been off for Christmas.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we had
sometimes back then they
we
did
get
have.
until the 24th. The 23rd and
Okay.
the 24th are our next episode. Some of our next
So
episodes will
hopefully
be
they
out.
come home because I really want to see them.
Yeah.
I miss them. We
Or
didn't
we
see
see them
Taylor.
wherever there are. Which that would
Yeah.
be cool too. I would be okay with
Again,
that.
Iva didn't do anything. I don't know what her next story is going to be, but it's nothing right now because the Rod Josh stuff is pretty much over.
Yeah. I'm sure she's
Um,
gonna like pop up in Christmas. Cause like I saw the thumbnail for it and it looks like that they're at the Snyder house, so I think there might be something for Christmas there.
so they'll probably just have like a Christmas thing,
Yeah.
but it's not like a storyline for her though. Right
Yeah.
now,
I mean,
it's over.
and then there are like I hate to say this, and I know I just knocked my mic. I hate to say this, but there are 2 more Snyders coming.
Ugh.
I know.
Hopefully they're better than the ones we had.
I hope so. Because we have a brother, we have another brother and another sister.
Okay.
Natural, not like Iva who's adopted.
Right.
so,
Are
so
they
it's
known
Holden.
Snyders? Or
Huh?
are they known Snyders? Or are they like a surprise Snyder?
They've mentioned them. They said
Okay.
they've mentioned them a little bit. I think in these in throughout the year, like they said, like I think they mentioned
Okay.
the girl at least.
Hmm.
Because I don't want to do it in order because I'm forgetting the order, but I know there's Holden, Seth, Iva, and Meg, and then there's 2 more. It's Ellie and Caleb.
Yeah, I never heard of these people.
Yeah.
So they're gone by 2007 because that's when I started
Yeah, they're gone.
watching.
Yeah, they're definitely they're gone.
Long gone. The only
They're
Snyders I
definitely gone
remember,
by then. By this point.
Meg Holden and Emma are the only ones. Iva
Mhm.
might have been recurring in
Iva
2007.
Iva comes in and out over the years.
Yeah,
Over the years,
yeah,
especially in 2000, she's in there a little bit more because
right.
of something that happens with Lily.
Okay.
And you probably might. No, I don't think you know. I don't think you know about
Mm,
Lily. Okay,
I
in
don't.
2000. Okay, then I won't spoil it in case we get to that point, or we
Yeah,
watch a Patreon of it. But
yeah. Well, that's all I got. I'm excited to see more. as
Yeah,
always.
yeah. Like I said, I was surprised that the trial happened. So, like in December, I thought it would happen in January.
Mm.
Um, I can't wait to see more. I hope the two Snyders come in soon because these other
Get it
Snyders.
over with. Yeah.
And I love Iva though because I loved Iva when I saw her in 2000. Like I really liked her. I
The
like the
actress is good, but she can be a bit annoying. Like
yeah.
again, the same repetitive stuff, but that's not her
Have
fault.
you seen
So
her on Guiding Light by any chance?
I don't think so.
Okay, she was really good on Guiding Light in the 80s. Like that was what she was on before As the World Turns. She
Guiding Light I
played
watched from 98 to 2006, and then the end.
okay, yeah, so you would have just missed oh my god, why am I blanking on her name on Guiding Light?
It's not Nola, is it?
Nola, yes, thank you, Nola.
Okay. I
It's
think
Nola.
I did see her. She might have been on like one or two episodes, like as a guest appearance.
Yeah, she was just leaving by the time that you would have came in, so on Guiding Light,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it was just a shame because they tried to put her family in and it didn't work out.
It didn't work.
Because like because she had two kids. She had Anastasia and Jay,
Oh,
which
okay.
yeah, they tried to put Jay in and with Michelle and it didn't work out. So
Hmm. Interesting.
yeah. All right, you have anything else to say?
Mm-mm. Good.
All right. Thank you for watching our coverage on As the World Turns 1987. We have one more span of episodes to go for 1987, including our Christmas episodes.
Yay.
Hopefully we see them and we're not screwed.
Yeah. See whatever's on YouTube.
Right? As always, you can find us on our socials, including Blue Sky, Twitter. I think we're all actually no, I think we're off Twitter, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. You might be off Twitter. So we're on Blue Sky and Patreon at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, bye.